Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, September 20th. I have really great news to share with you guys. I'm so excited. We are seeing some amazing price movements from Ripple XRP. We are seeing the start of a decoupling from Bitcoin, XRP decoupling from Bitcoin. We know traditionally the market, all coins would move with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is up, all coins go up. If Bitcoin's down, all coins go down. But guys, Ripple up near 38% in a 24-hour perspective. Bitcoin only 1.12%. XRP is currently over 45 cents. And like I said, trading as far as volume, 38% increase from a 24-hour perspective, guys. We are seeing what we've been waiting for a very long time. I'm even seeing a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists now waking up to, oh my gosh, XRP is moving. What's going on? They're now getting on board buying XRP. They are now doing it, guys. But I guess it's not too late, right? But there's still some of them who are out there, I will never buy XRP. I am not against Bitcoin. I am not against Ethereum or anything else. I hold Bitcoin. I plan to hold it long term as a store of value. I hold Ethereum, Litecoin, Coin, Proppy, Stellar, Lumens. I hold a variety of things. I diversify. But if you follow my channel, you've been a subscriber, you would know I'm most bullish on Ripple XRP. Why? It is disrupting a $1 trillion industry. It has real world utility. xRapid is going to be launched next month. It's going to be used. xRapid protocol, which leverages XRP, is going to be used by banks, payment service providers, and financial institutions. If you don't understand what is happening here and what Ripple is doing, then you need to go back and take some business and economics classes. Or you have tunnel vision of crypto. Oh my God, did my coin move this? That's all you're focused on. You're not focused on the macro level. You're not focused on the adoption and the change and the revolution that's taking place right in front of your eyes. Ripple is going to be a game changer. It is already a game changer. And a lot of the hardcore Bitcoin maximalists are going to be so disappointed when XRP moves to #1 in the market as its utility kicks in with xRapid. Not only with xRapid, but with Coil, with Codius, and as well as the Spring initiative, where XRP is being inserted into ecosystems and marketplaces. These are cold hard facts. These are not made up things. This is not speculation. This is real world utility. Get on board before you miss it. Look at this, guys. And I'm so glad to see this. This makes me happy. The start of decoupling, right? Like I said, XRP up 45 cents, near 38% change in volume from a 24-hour perspective, and Bitcoin only at 1.1%. That is a great sign. It's beautiful to see. Many other coins like Ethereum want decoupling as well, but XRP is going to be the one to do it because its real world utility is going to kick in very soon. And as these banks and payment service providers start using xRapid for the money transfer, guys, you're going to start seeing the volume right here. This volume is going to be ridiculous. And I'm not saying one bank alone is going to do it, but as the partnerships and go live, the production is set for each of these banks and you know, MoneyGram and Western, whoever it is, it's going to start adding up, and that is going to reflect in the price. And as you can see, it's the FOMO is starting to kick in already because we see these price movements. Now, this is nothing. This is a little taste of what is to come, guys. So keep holding. Buy as much as you can. This is not financial advice. I'm not giving financial. I'm just saying what I'm doing. I'm currently buying more XRP because I see the writing on the wall. And this, like I said, this is beautiful to see. Now, where a lot of people are taking notice. Like I said, a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists were tweeting about this today. Like I said, you still have the hardcore ones who are still like, I will never buy XRP. And yet, you know, Bitcoin is owned by bankers now. It's owned by the wealthy now. It is manipulated by the wealthy now. So they still think that they're going to take governments down or whatever it is, right? Yet they probably have their money sitting in a bank account right now. They need a mortgage or a loan for a car or whatever. They'll go to the bank. So good luck with that. Bloomberg recognized this. Now, Bloomberg, you guys know, is a trusted source of news, financial, tech, and so forth, stock markets. So the fact that this article is here is great exposure. The title here, guys, Ripple plan to use XRP sends cryptocurrency soaring. Now remember the demographic that reads Bloomberg, right? And once again, dealing with stocks, finance, and so forth. And they talk about XRP's movements. It said here, XRP has surged as much as 43% this week amid optimism that it will serve as the means for exchange in a new payment service being developed by Ripple Labs. I don't think I need to go through the details. We all know the Ripple employee talking about the launch of xRapid in a month or so, but this is great exposure. They have a chart here showing the growth, and they talk about xRapid, and this is one thing I do want to call out. So while Ripple's main product available today, called xCurrent, doesn't require the use of XRP, and this is a quote, xRapid, on the other hand, leverages this communication system to allow institutions to settle interbank transactions using the XRP digital asset. Lucas Nuzzi, Director of Technology at Digital Asset Research, said in an email, the use, I quote, the use of XRP is mandatory with this product. This is awesome exposure, awesome explanation, because this person, Lucas Nuzzi, is a director of technology at a digital asset research company. So this is awesome, guys. Awesome stuff happening here, Ripple. The momentum is kicking in. And like I said, something we've been all waiting for, and that is the decoupling, that XRP can move independently without Bitcoin being up 20%. You know, Bitcoin was up 30% or 20%, then you'd be like, okay, you know, XRP is possibly moving with Bitcoin. It is not. Bitcoin is up 1.24%. XRP currently around 37% from a 24-hour perspective. Even hourly perspective, XRP is at 1.94%. Bitcoin is down 0.13%. Guys, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. This is revolutionary what Ripple's doing. Like I said, I hold other cryptocurrencies. I am not against any other crypto. The only thing I'm against, and I've said it before, is Bitcoin Cash, because I hate what they're doing with breaking up Bitcoin, and everybody's forking now, and they should be consolidating their efforts to get Bitcoin in a Lightning Network. But I'm most bullish on Ripple because, like I said, of the utility. And like I said, if you understand business and economics and how the world works, this would make complete sense to you. So I'm going to get back to my portfolio, guys, later in the video because I added something new. But guys, awesome exposure, awesome movements. And this is what we've been talking about. And I think a lot of people today, I was watching the tweets, I was watching the mentions on forums and so forth. And it is starting to happen. Ripple is breaking away from the rest of these cryptos, and it's on its own path to growth, real world utility and adoption. And remember what I said, when xRapid goes live, you're going to see fintech, blog, and news sites. You're going to see CNBC Fast Money, Bloomberg Crypto, Fox Business, all of these finance and stock, you know, trading and investment sites and all. They're going to start pumping this, guys. Ripple goes live with xRapid, which uses XRP. This bank is using it. This financial institution is going to use it. This is big time. This is big time. So keep holding. Like I said, if you can, this is not financial advice. Look at grabbing some more XRP. If you can, I'm not, once again, not financial advice. I'm just, this is what I'm doing, but you already see the movements already without the launch yet, right? So when the utility kicks in, plus FOMO, plus speculation, we will see some nice price movements. As I said, my price prediction is between $10 to $15 by the end of the year. I could be wrong, right? No one can accurately predict the future. I believe a bull run is coming in October, and we're probably going to see some really great growth in the market, guys. So moving ahead to some really big news. Now, you guys remember I talked about Fidelity about 3 months ago. I'll show you the video I did here on my channel. 3 months ago, I talked about Fidelity is plotting a big move into cryptocurrency. Well, we got more information today, guys. This was reported by the ICO Journal. So the headline is Fidelity versus Bakkt. Bakkt, which is the global crypto exchange that's going to be launched in November, powered by New York's parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, Starbucks, and Microsoft. It says Fidelity turned down Bakkt investment as they pursue in-house crypto exchange and custody solutions. Guys, what have we been talking about? The FOMO is going to kick in from the business standpoint. Everyone wants a piece of this pie. Everyone wants to offer their own custody service. And look at this. Fidelity has nothing to do with crypto, guys. They are 401k investment and all that company, right? You guys know about Fidelity. And they said, no, Bakkt, we're going to build our own. And guess who else is probably going to do? Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America. Go down the list. JP Morgan. Everyone's going to offer their own. The fact that they rejected Bakkt is so interesting, and it shows that they see the potential, that they didn't want to branch off or do anything in collaboration. They're like, we got this. Guys, massive things are ahead. Keep holding all your crypto. Let me give you some details here. Let's see. We've chronicled the coming scale, architecture, institutional excitement, and pedigree of Bakkt on these pages for the past few weeks. Every crypto-centric organization and personality of means is either financially or emotionally invested in the Bakkt launch, and it will mean Bitcoin and the crypto ecosystem, except for one big name, Fidelity. In conversations with several sources in the know, some invested in Bakkt and some that are not, but still familiar with the equity offering, it came to our attention that Fidelity passed on a significant stake in Bakkt for one reason and one reason alone. They plan to compete directly with Bakkt in the crypto space and its own custody/warehousing and trading architecture. Guys, can you imagine this? Fidelity Investments getting involved in crypto, going to compete with Bakkt, which means they have to offer a custody service, and they're going to offer a same global type presence of investing, and they're probably going to, who knows, maybe have some corporate partnerships, just like Bakkt has corporate partnership with Starbucks and Microsoft. The future is bright. Crypto is here to stay. Blockchain as well. We are, like I said before, 1993, 94 of the internet. Right now, if you make the analogy between internet and blockchain, that's where we are. So count yourselves lucky. We are early adopters ahead of the curve. I encourage you to continue to hold. And the reason why I'm encouraging you is because, remember, this market is volatile. We may see some FUD next week that drops the prices a bit. But we know it's here to stay. We know big things are to come. So that means your mindset going forward is crypto's the future, regardless of what the chart says and regardless of what FUD comes out, keep holding, right? If you weathered the storm of, how, depending if you've been in the market since last year or even since December, you weathered that storm and you came this far, keep holding. There's great things ahead. And you should count yourselves lucky because a lot of weak hands got out the market, guys. So big time news here. Fidelity will compete with Bakkt, offer their own service. So game changer. And like I said, expect some other folks to be doing the same thing. Now, the next big news is about the SEC and the CBOE ETF. Now, remember I said the crypto market doesn't need ETF, and it actually did well after the 9 ETFs were rejected. They didn't tank. And I said that the ETFs are more of a psychological, emotional boost for the market. It will be one of those things where, like I said, we will cross a certain barrier and we can move ahead. But it looks like they're going to delay this a bit till February. Let me give you the details. The headline here is SEC moves to make decision on VanEck-SolidX Bitcoin ETF proposal. The U.S. Securities and Exchange, SEC, announced Thursday that it has begun proceedings to decide whether to approve a proposed Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETF. The SEC published an order instituting proceedings to determine whether to approve or disapprove a proposed rule change filed by the CBOE BZX Exchange Incorporated. If approved, CBOE would have the green light to list a Bitcoin ETF pitched earlier this year by money management firm VanEck and crypto startup XRapid. As part of the process, the SEC wants more input from the public. To date, according to agency, more than 1,400 comments have been submitted. So they, to give you consolidate this, they're going to delay it to about February. They're going to have more people submit comments, meaning they want exchanges, they want these investors, they want different people to submit information. And this actually gives the CBOE time to maybe improve things and make sure it's not like some BS ETF that they got rejected before. And I think they may look to maybe do some physical backed ETFs like what Bakkt is doing. Bakkt is going to actually have a physically backed ETF, backed by an actual Bitcoin or per ETF, that type of thing. So we'll see what happens. But in a way, this is good. The reason being is if there was some disappointing news that it was disapproved at end of September, remember they were supposed to meet September 30th, that will be bad for the market. But the fact that it's been moved to February is good because I expect a bull run to start next month with Ripple's launch of xRapid, with the launch of Bakkt in November, and we could see some other positive news. So maybe with the bull run starting and they see Bakkt and they see all of these other cryptocurrencies, all these crypto companies and exchanges getting everything in order and in line, maybe they approve it. And we see a bigger bull run in 2019. We'll see what happens, guys. But just want to let you know about this. This has been delayed. Kind of a good thing, I think, in the long term that is pushed out. It gives these people more time to make sure the ETF, they dot their I's and cross their T's, and it's not BS that the SEC would deny it. So let's see what the outcome is from there. Now, speaking of ETF, Coinsquare, which is a cryptocurrency exchange located in Canada, expanding to the UK, looking to expand in the United States, looking to also do an IPO on the Canada Stock Exchange. They are moving into the ETF business with 2 new funds. And this is big. Let me give you here news here, the details here, excuse me. Coinsquare moves into the ETF. Okay, read that headline already. Cryptocurrency trading platform Coinsquare is moving into the exchange traded fund business as its investment management division launches 2 new technology funds. Coin Capital Investment Management Incorporated, a portfolio management subsidiary established in July, has become the 30th ETF provider in Canada with the launch of 2 ETFs focused on global emerging technologies. So this is a great sign of things to come. What have we been talking about? Exchanges expanding, adding new services, making acquisitions, mergers, partnerships. Boy, it is a lot to keep up with, but notice what everyone is doing: expanding, getting ready, setting the stage for a massive bull run and the growth of this market. So guys, keep holding. I hope your confidence is stronger than it ever has been. We are at the cusp of something revolutionary. It's going to be game-changing, just as the internet was game-changing and life-changing for our world, guys. And I believe blockchain and crypto, especially with companies like Ripple improving things like payments where you don't have to wait 3 to 5 days, it happens instantly. It's going to be game-changing. That's going to improve the way commerce and sending money to people, and it's just going to be a new world, so to speak. So this is absolutely big, and expect more cryptocurrency exchanges to probably move in this direction to compete with each other. Now, to my portfolio, guys, I added Ethereum Classic to my portfolio, a very small amount, nothing significant. You may ask, why did I do that? I believe in Ethereum in the long run. I'm going to hold some Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP long term for sure. Ethereum Classic, I bought for the quick turnaround in profit, because just looking at the history of things like Litecoin and Ethereum when it was first added, and the price run up it had in bull runs, Ethereum Classic is currently $10 on Coinbase. So I decided to grab some that if I quickly flip it, if it went to 500, I would make a nice little profit, right? So I'm not telling you guys to invest in Ethereum Classic. I'm just saying what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. But I'm in full transparency and showing you guys what I'm doing, being in the market for a while. I tried to share my thoughts and my thought process behind this. There's some coins here that I'm going to do a quick flip on in the bull run. So I hope you get that. The short-term speculative bull run, I'm going to flip them because I bought them at a low price. Some I'm going to hold long-term. So to be fully transparent, what I'm going to hold long-term, guys, Ripple XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I still have some faith in Litecoin. So I'm going to hold some long-term. And, you know, some of these, for example, these I may flip pretty quickly, but it all depends. It all depends. I'm not saying that is set in stone. It's just what I'm thinking right now as far as my strategy, my plan. That's not to say I'm not going to sell any of my Ripple XRP in the next bull run. If Ripple XRP goes to $15, I'm going to cash out a little bit and hold the majority long term. Same thing with Bitcoin, just to cash out some on the way up. And sometimes, you know, what I did actually in the last bull run, when I sold some and made some, sold like some Bitcoin, some XRP, I made some profit. When the market dipped back down, I used some of that money to buy back in. So I was able to kind of get the best of both worlds, right? Where I got some profit and I used some of that money to buy back in to build up my earnings. That's just what I'm doing. You invest at your own risk, make your own decisions, do your own research. But I wanted to let you guys know I added some Ethereum Classic, not a lot. Like I said, I'm going to quickly flip this. Like if it goes to like between $300 to $400, because I would make a nice little profit because it's currently at $10. And I know generally when people are new to the market and they start looking at coins, they sometimes go for the cheaper ones. And I can imagine they're going to buy up a lot of Ethereum Classic, guys. So that's just my plan. And here's my portfolio in full transparency. Here's what I'm holding. As I've said, most bullish on Ripple XRP because I'm a factual, logical guy. I approach things from a business standpoint, and this makes the most sense. There's no other crypto in the market doing what Ripple is doing with XRP. It is next level. So guys, that's what I got to share today. What do you guys think about this news, this XRP price surge here? Really, I mean, the market's super bullish about XRP right now. Obviously, it's getting picked up across the board. Big exposure on Bloomberg, guys. Big exposure. Fidelity, man, this is so big. We're not going to partner with you, Bakkt. We're going to launch our own version of our crypto trading services, custody, and so forth. I can't wait to see what they come up with, guys, because remember, they handle 401k. So maybe they say, hey, add cryptos to your portfolio for your 401k, whatever it is. We'll see what they come up with. SEC has pushed back the CBOE Bitcoin ETF decision, which I think is good because I would hate to have a disapproval when we're at the cusp of like some good news with Bakkt launch, Ripple xRapid going live, and maybe some other positive news. Coinsquare looking to getting into the ETF business, and I expect more exchanges will probably do this. That's why a lot of them have gone out to make acquisitions so they can trade securities. So it's happening, folks. It's happening. This market's gonna go legit, and there's so much money that's gonna get into it. And like I said, I added Ethereum Classic to my portfolio as a quick flip in the next bull run. So what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Like I said, let's help grow the community here. You know my approach, no over speculation. We look at things logically, factually. We're not emotionally attached to any crypto. We call it as it is. So, you know, share with your friends and family if they want to learn about crypto, and we take a factual, logical approach here. And I thank you guys for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.